Hello, and welcome to the final episode of the Brain Masters Tournament here at the Brain Ladle Trivia Podcast. Kells has locked up the coveted members-only jacket, and
Clink.
you will see the presentation ceremony of the coveted members-only jacket on our Facebook page, our Twitter feed, and our Patreon page for all of our wonderful patrons. Andy and Davo have second place to play for, so continue to listen to this wonderful episode. Neil, let him have it.
All right. Every week we have a theme, and within that theme, I've got 6 categories with 4 questions each. Each question is worth 10 points, more or less. Sometimes there's a few bonus points, and then there's a final category which is worth up to 100 points. And during this tournament, we've been doing a random category that is worth 50% more. I don't know why we picked 50%, but it made sense at the time. So I'm going to pull out my random number generator here. Let's figure out which category it's going to be.
I love that sound.
All right. Okay, I know which category it's going to be, and I will tell you when we get to it. Today's theme is acronyms and initialisms. Do you guys know the difference between those two things?
I do.
LOL. Yeah.
I do. That was an initialism.
It was. Well, actually, my nephews used to say LOL.
Wow. They were hep.
They were 13. I don't know if that makes them hep or not.
Well, we'll let it slide. You know, we all put away childish things when we get older.
Wait, what?
Sure we do.
Bite your tongue. All right. Question. Category 1 is music.
Oh,
Ah.
Let's do it.
So these first few songs, this first question, I'm going to give you the name of a song, which is an initialism, and the band, and you just need to tell me what the initialism stands for. A lot of these questions are going to be, what does this initialism or acronym stand for? So, question 1, BYOB by System of a Down.
Locked in.
Knowing System of a Down, this probably isn't what I think it is, but I'm going to go with this. I'm locked in.
I'm locked in too.
Okay, Kels?
I said bring your own booze.
All right. Deva?
I said bring your own beer.
Andy?
And I wrote bring your own beer.
Correct answer is bring your own bombs.
Oh.
See? System of a Down. I knew it was that. Something funky. Dang it.
So that song actually won a Grammy in 2005 for Best Hard Rock Performance.
It's a great song.
Never heard it.
Never heard of it.
This one's going to be super easy for you guys. I know every one of you is going to get it immediately. There's this band is an initialism. I just need you to tell me what it stands for. The band is TLC.
I'm locked in with something.
I'm locked in.
Okay. All right, Deva?
Well, I know that it's typically means tender loving care. Mm-hmm. But I also know that 2 of the 3 members of TLC, one was Left Eye, not going to mess it up. And the other one was Chili Lopez. I wasn't 100%, but Lopez. I can't remember the other lady's name. So I just put tender loving care.
That's your answer? Is tender loving
care?
care?
Yeah, sure. Why not? Yeah.
Andy?
T-Boz, Left Eye, and Chili.
T-Boz.
Kels?
Oh, T-Boz, Left Eye, and Chili. But I think it's Tion, Lisa, and Crystal. I think is the actual reason why they came up with it.
So, according to Wikipedia, L.A. Reid renamed the group from, I'm not sure what it was called before, but TLC being an acronym for the names Tion, Lisa, and Crystal, but I'll accept T-Boz, Chili, and Lisa, Left Eye.
What about Tender Love and Care?
I will not accept that because
Come
there's
on.
no way in which.
Well, if you won't accept a little TLC, it sounds like someone needs a hug.
That's probably the reason why he won't accept it then.
Yeah, see?
These arms are big enough to hold you, Neil.
Go hug Simon if you need to hug somebody. Leave me out of it.
Yeah, I got to hug a baby.
So I guess I was almost right in that you were all going to get those, except for Davo.
I got.
If you had just guessed something wrong for T-Boz, but included Left Eye and Chili, I would have given you half credit. But since you totally
I
changed
never
it
know.
to something,
I never know when you're going to be a benevolent trivia lord.
I'm trying to keep you on your toes.
Thanks, man.
Okay, this is going to be an easy one for at least one of you.
Oh wow.
What is the song is Cream by Wu-Tang Clan. What does CREAM stand for?
Locked in.
What?
They tell you in the song if you've heard it.
Yeah,
Like
they
over and
repeat it
over again.
Over and over again.
I've never heard this particular song.
Well, Davo, I grew up on the crime side. The New York Times side. Where staying alive was no jive.
I'll probably get a lot of heat for saying this, but I could not find a whole lot of songs that had that were acronyms or initialisms.
Really?
A lot of it was very recent stuff, but yeah, I couldn't find a whole lot.
Well, I hope one of my favorites is coming up next then.
Oh, I doubt that. Because I know what the next one is, and I'm positive it's not one of your favorites.
I've got half of this one, and it's driving me nuts. I know the song, and I can't come up with the end of it.
You've got half of the five?
Well, a little bit over half.
You got half.
I'm locked in with what I got.
I'm locked in.
Okay, Andy, why don't you start us off?
Cash rules everything, but I can't figure out what the A&M stands for.
Andy McBride.
Oh, duh. Right.
Yeah.
Because I used to hang with the Wu-Tang Clan all the time. One tribe, y'all.
Kels.
Cash rules everything around me. Cream, get the money. Dollar bill, y'all.
Yeah, there it is.
Davo?
Chunky Reese's enables ample man boobs.
Well played. I know that is nowhere near right, but it should be.
I mean, it's kind of right in a way.
It's accurate.
That is spot on.
This is so embarrassing. Jeez Louise.
The correct answer is cash rules everything around me, and I'll give Andy half points for getting approximately
Thank you.
half of it right.
Oh man.
Though Davo should get a point for the best joke of this season.
Thank you.
Hands down.
I get a point for a joke?
I don't want Davo to get shut out in the first round, so we'll give him a point.
Thank you.
Pity points for the win.
Question 4 in music. In 1975, this band had the only Hot 100 song where both the song title and the band are palindromes. Name the band and the song for a bonus.
Oh yeah. Uh-huh.
You said the band and the song are both palindromes?
Palindromes.
Okay.
And they both fit the topic for today.
I'm running things out because I think I know what it is, but...
What year is this?
Yeah. Yep.
1975.
Okay.
Locked in.
I am going to lock in.
I came up with the band first and had to go through the songs.
Yeah, the band is what I'm looking for. The song is a bonus.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I'm locked in.
I got both.
I feel better about this.
I'm locked in.
Okay. Kels?
For the band, I said ABBA, and the song had to have been Race Car. Dang, I should have went with Taco Cat.
Devo?
I said ABBA, and I could not think of the song.
Andy?
It's ABBA and the song is SOS.
The band is ABBA and the song is SOS.
Wow.
So ABBA, of course, is made up of the first names of the 4 members, and I'm not going to try to pronounce their names because they are very Swedish.
Casey Kasem's favorite band.
Angela, Bianca, and Beatrice. No? Okay.
You know, 2 of them are boys, right?
Yeah, I was about to say it's 2 guys.
2 dudes in there.
Look, Angela means something completely different in Sweden than it does here. Okay?
Does it?
Don't be so locked in.
We apologize to our Swedish listeners.
Look,
Devo
man,
hasn't slept in 3 weeks.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, at the end of round 1, I've got Devo with 11, Andy with 27, and Kells with 30.
Anybody's game. No?
Anybody's game for second place.
You got this, Davo.
I'm in it.
Hey.
I'm in it.
I'm not rooting. I'm just saying he got it.
Okay.
Category 2 is science.
Oh, hell.
See what I did there? I switched it up a little.
Yeah.
You did.
Well, you blinded me with science there where you did that.
I can't find anything.
So if you listen to much science, you know that CRISPR is a recent technique that was developed for manipulating what? And for a bonus, I'll give you 1 point bonus for each word in the acronym that you can name. It's CRISPR.
Locked in.
I'm locked in.
CRISPR.
I know Andy listens to at least one good science podcast where they talk about this quite often.
I do, and that's why I know what it does, but I don't have a clue about.
I am locked in with a guess, and I just spelled science with a D on my paper, so I'm doing great.
Man, you got to shake that off.
Wow.
What's your answer, David?
Sound.
That's awesome.
Sound.
Andy?
It is a new, science/medicine. It edits DNA strands.
Okay. Kels?
I said alters gene sequencing.
Nobody's going to take a guess at the name?
Nah,
Not a clue.
I'm good.
Well, CRISPR is a technique for manipulating genes, DNA. So you, Kels and Andy, you both got it right. It stands for clustered, regularly interspaced short palindromic repeats.
Oh yeah, I did not know that. Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna get any of that.
And I don't know why, but I do listen to this one science podcast that Neil and I both listen to it. It's Skeptic's Guide to the Universe. If you're looking for a science podcast, it's amazing. Yes. But and they bring up CRISPR a lot, and for whatever reason, even though trying to get into the whole science frame of mind, I imagine lettuce every time they're talking about CRISPR. I don't know what that is, but I have this image of iceberg lettuce while they're discussing these advances in science, which is probably why I do so poorly in the science category.
I stick with history.
Yeah.
Doing pretty good so far.
Question 2. BTU is a traditional measurement for heat. What does it stand for?
Locked in.
Locked in.
Finally.
You can put it on the board.
You got ABBA right.
I did.
You did.
I did. I got to get above the Mendoza line.
I'll let this information go. I don't know why it got cut, but it did not make the team tonight. I used to know this. I'm gonna lock in with this.
Andy?
The British Thermal Unit.
Kels?
I knew thermal unit. I just said body.
Body.
Ava.
British thermal units.
It stands for British Thermal Unit.
You know what? But Kells, I just realized this could be a wrestling name. Kells, the body thermal unit.
Nah, it can't.
I'd go with that.
Nah, I already got my wrestling.
That's your finisher. That's your finisher, the BTU.
No,
Yeah.
that's garbage.
That's for
what
free.
that is.
You can have that for free.
No, thank you.
Let's move on. Question 3. What does radar stand for?
Ooh.
No half credit.
You know what? Oh, I feel better because I don't think I ever knew what this stood for.
You didn't forget it.
I didn't forget it. Yay!
Darn it. I have most of it again, I think. It could stand for Corporal Riley.
It could.
I'm locked in with part of an answer again.
I'm locked in with part of an answer. That was wrong. I felt good for a moment.
Kels?
I said, robots are deadly. Act rationally.
Okay. David?
That's true. Radio assessment, distance, and range.
Andy?
I'm feeling less confident. Ranging and distance, and then I just petered out.
So this one's kind of a funky acronym. The first word is where we get both the R and the A, and that's radio. And then the second word is detection and ranging. So you
I was close.
Right, but
Yeah,
Wow.
pretty close.
radar stands for radio, detection, and ranging.
So was okay. I gotcha. No, that's actually cool. I won't forget that now. I might forget it tomorrow, but I won't forget it now.
I've already forgotten it.
Question 4. ASCII is a character encoding standard for computers. What does it stand for? I'll give you 2 points for each word that you get correct.
What did you say?
ASCII, ASCII.
Oh, see, I don't know a lot about computers. I always presumed there was an ask key on the keyboard. I've been looking for it all this time. Totally misunderstood that. I've been looking for the ask key.
All right. I know some of these coding languages have funky acronyms that are just jokes. So I feel okay with this joke.
I'm locked.
I'm locked in.
Here's one that's kind of a joke. Have you heard of the language PHP?
Yes.
Yes.
So what it stands for is PHP hypertext program or something like that. So the first
That's
T
just
stands.
rude.
It's called a recursive acronym. There's another one called GNU. That's a Linux thing. It's GNU, and the G stands for GNU, and the N is not, and the U is Unix. So GNU is not Unix. Anyway, Devo, what's your answer?
Another silly coding input interface.
Nice.
Okay, there are no matches in that.
I didn't think so. Didn't think so at all.
Andy?
A stupid computer's impish industry.
Yeah.
I feel like you guys aren't taking this seriously. Kels?
Automated scanning chip internal image.
All right. Well, that's 2 stumps in a row. ASCII stands for American Standard Code for Information Interchange.
Dang.
I mean, you could have guessed that.
Totally.
Sure.
I was so close.
Totally. Right.
That was,
Just
I got it in parentheses over here, actually.
Oh, nice.
sometimes it's funny when we get together and have a couple drinks. Sometimes we split. Sometimes we're talking in Klingon. Sometimes in ASCII. It's just crazy.
At the end of round 2, scores haven't changed much. Devo has 21, Kels has 40, and Andy has 47.
Oh,
Andy in the lead.
Let's move on to television.
oh the 10.
Television.
This is an easy one. MASH was one of the most popular shows of all time. What does MASH stand for?
Locked in.
Locked in.
I think this is right. I'm locked in.
Okay, Andy,
Mobile Army Surgical Hospital.
Kels,
Mobile Army Surgical Hospital.
and
Nice.
Devo.
Mobile Army Surgical Hospital.
That is the correct answer.
Woo!
Yeah.
Okay, I got my one out of the way. Now it's time for
You're
the funny.
catching up.
Question 2. This mid-60s spy show starring Robert Vaughn incorporated some ideas from Ian Fleming. Name the show and 1 bonus point for each word that makes up the acronym in the show's name.
I got the show. But I have no idea.
I'm locked in on all of it.
I'm locked in. I don't know the acronym.
Did you watch the show, Andy?
I did.
I know they did the movie like not too long ago, like a few
Did they?
years ago. Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't bad actually. I mean, but I have a soft spot for this movie or this TV show.
Who was in the movie?
Alicia Vikander. I'm sorry, Academy Award winner Alicia Vikander.
Right.
I feel like Henry Cavill.
Oh, yeah, he was, wasn't he? Yeah, okay.
And yeah, I'm locked in. I don't have the acronym, but I think I got the show.
Kel, what's your answer?
I said The Man from U.N.C.L.E.
Okay. Devo
Man from U.N.C.L.E.
and Andy.
Man from U.N.C.L.E. and U.N.C.L.E. stands for United Network Command for Law Enforcement.
Ooh, that's
15
a good acronym.
points for Andy on that one.
Wow, nice.
Yeah, so the producers initially asked Ian Fleming for some advice, and at one point the show was going to be called what was the name of the main character?
Napoleon Solo?
Yeah. It was going to be called Ian Fleming
What?
Solo.
Napoleon Solo?
Napoleon Solo.
Wow.
Don't laugh. He was the great grandfather of Han Solo. Yeah.
But Star Wars took place a long time ago. So he must have been a nephew?
There's some timey-wimey stuff happening, to be sure.
Oh, timey-wimey. Napoleon Solo. That's hilarious.
Question 3. What does SHIELD in Agents of SHIELD stand for?
Ooh.
I'll give 2 points each for these two. So up to 12 points available. And for the record, even with spell check, I spelled SHIELD wrong twice in that question. Stupid I before E.
Yeah.
Oh man, this E is killing me.
The E is the
that's where
problem
I'm at.
for me as well.
That's where I'm at.
All right, forget it. Okay. I'm locked in.
I'm locked in.
Yeah, I'm locked in.
Devo?
Strategic Homeland Intervention Espionage Logistic Division.
Okay.
I know I petered out there at the end, but
It happens to a lot of men.
yeah.
1 out of 10.
Andy?
I have Strategic Homeland Intervention blank logistics blank.
Okay. And Kels?
I have Strategic Homeland Intervention blank Logistics Division, but I think the E is like enforcement or something like that. Now that I think about it,
Enforcement makes more sense.
It does.
Correct answer is Strategic Homeland Intervention Enforcement and Logistics Division.
Logistics Division it was. Okay.
So I've got 10 for Kels and Devo and 8 for Andy on that one.
Fair enough.
Question 4. The technical demands of this late 80s show, along with having to play second fiddle to a puppet, caused some tension on the set.
locked in.
Locked in, but I'm okay. I didn't know this was an acronym.
Can I get bonus points if I know what it means?
I thought that was I thought it was common knowledge, but sure.
Andy didn't know that it was a.
I didn't know I could. I think I figured out part of it just by looking at it. But
I'm locked in.
Okay, Devo.
I'm with Alf. Alien life form.
oh yeah,
Kels,
Alien life form. Alf.
and Devo.
Well,
Dave already went
first.
Can I go?
Oh, sorry, Andy.
Alf. I did not know it stood for. I figured out alien when you guys started talking about it, but I did not know it. I don't remember it standing for alien life form.
Yep, the correct answer is ALF. It stands for alien life form. So apparently, the actors, especially the dad, really got tired of basically being. They were all just straight men for the puppet, and there were a lot because of the technical demands of dealing with the puppet. They had to do a lot of reshoots, a lot of long hours. They had a lot of trap doors on the set for the puppet to pop out of, and so they had to be like extra careful walking around and could hurt themselves if they went into it. He was very bitter about that show. That guy Max somebody or another, I forget his last name.
Well,
So-
you're not watching the show for the dad. And you get over
Yeah.
yourself, Max.
I'm sorry. I could think it was the line from Spinal Tap where how many times we have to tell them Spinal Tap first, then puppet show.
Freeform Jazz Odyssey.
All
At the end of round 3, Devo is falling behind. He's got 63. Actually, no, he's not. He did really well that round.
Yeah,
Looks like he's falling behind.
it feels like it sometimes.
Yeah. Anyway, Devo has 63, Kels has 82, and Andy has 90.
right.
So let's move on to movies.
Oh, hell.
Question 1.
You got it, Davo.
Question 1. Baps is a poorly reviewed movie starring Halle Berry, Natalie Desselle, and Martin Landau. What does Baps stand for?
I am locked in.
Of course you are.
I've seen this horrible movie.
Yeah. Is it on your couch?
No, it is not. It is not allowed in this house, actually.
Baps.
But Halle Berry, she's nice.
But Halle Berry was in Catwoman too. That doesn't mean anything.
That's true.
Baps. What the bap? You know what? Out of protest, Ray Guy's coming out. I'm punting. This is ridiculous.
Okay. Kels, what's your answer?
Black American Princesses.
Devo is punting?
Yes.
And Andy.
Bad at pony shows. It's about a girl whose mother pushed her into the equestrian sports there, and
The
she
what?
didn't want to do it.
And what kind of sports?
I'm not going to try to.
What kind of sports?
Let's just move it along, boys. Nothing to see here.
We're moving along.
Oh, I got to remember that one. Equestrian.
That means you only eat horses, right?
The correct answer is Black American Princesses.
Oh. Huh.
Question 2. Chud is a low-budget mid-'80s horror movie starring John Hurd and Daniel Stern. What does Chud stand for?
I'm locked in. Oh, man. John Hurt was in that?
John Hurd, yeah.
Hurd. Okay, I thought you said John Hurt.
So John Hurd.
He fell far.
I'm locked in.
I'm locked in.
All right. Deva?
Carnivorous humanoid underground dweller.
Okay. Andy?
Chunky, hot urban dogs. It's there was this girl in horse shows. Failing that, she joined the circus. And she'd have these dogs that would jump through hoops of fire. Except she loved the dogs so much she would overfeed them. And
Right. Of
they'd
course.
chunky, and they would struggle to get to the hoops of fire. It's a tearjerker. John Hurt was originally cast.
And a groundbreaking performance as the dog.
Kels, what's your answer?
I said, can't hurt us, dude.
Yeah.
Devo, you were really, really, really close. But what's more scary than carnivores?
Cannibal?
It's cannibalistic humanoid underground dwellers.
Oh.
But I'll give you 8 points for that because you were pretty close.
Thank you.
Question 3. This 2004 box office bomb is based on the premise that the SAT has a secret embedded test that scores test takers on their aptitude for spying and recruits them into a clandestine paramilitary organization.
Oh. Yeah.
Remember that box office bomb from 2004?
I vaguely remember this movie.
I remember getting together with my friends and not going to see it.
Hey, why don't we just watch this? I got a VHS copy of Chud. Why don't we just stay in tonight?
I wonder if that was ever released on DVD.
Yeah,
Chud, I'm sure somebody's done a Blu-ray of it.
I want to
edition.
see the director's cut. With
Of Chud.
The director's cut with Chud with the director's audio. Yeah.
It's just it's a video of the director taking a copy of the movie and throwing it in the trash. That's the director's cut. I feel like it was like an all-female cast. Well, not all female, but like I don't know. I have no idea.
I'm locked in.
So I couldn't find a lot of acronym movies either. So I feel like I kind of had to drag the bottom of the barrel. And that's where I found Chud.
I'm locked in.
All right, Andy, are you ready?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
The movie title is an acronym. It was in all caps. It says it's called NEAL, and it stands for Nobody Ever Is Listening Now.
Wow.
Is it?
Yeah, the last N is silent.
Kels?
I said TMI.
All right, David.
I said SAT.
Kels, you were on the right track. I think you know the movie. It was 4 women who got recruited into this organization. The movie is called Debs.
Debs. Yes. Okay.
It stood for Discipline, Energy, Beauty, and Strength.
Of course it does.
You know what, Davo? That's your new nickname.
Debs.
Deb?
That fits you perfectly.
Discipline,
The acronym,
energy,
I mean.
beauty.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's me.
That's you. I mean, that's what I think of when I hear those words together.
No.
Okay, so question 4 might be a little bit confusing until you actually get what I'm saying, but
because the other 3 movie questions have been so easy.
Well, no, but they were straightforward. This one might be confusing.
Oh.
The letters in the title of Gattaca stand for the compounds of what? And for a bonus, name them. Name the compounds.
What?
I am locked in.
I'm locked in as well.
Wow, I don't know this at all. And I'm not even going to try to do a joke answer. I've held up the show too long. I'm bringing out special teams. Ray Guy.
Right. Hang time.
All right, Kels.
Well, Gattaca is referring to the nitrogen bases in the DNA sequence. So it's guanine, adenine, thymine, and cytosine.
Okay. Deva?
I also said DNA. It refers to those sequences in DNA. I have no idea what they are. I just know it stands for DNA stuff.
And Andy, did I hear that you punted?
Hang time.
Egg time.
It's a butte.
The letters in the title of Gattaca are G, A, T, and C, which stand for guanine, adenine, thymine, and cytosine, which make up DNA. So 14 for Kells and 10 for Davo, and a P for Andy.
I don't believe I got a single thing right in the movie category.
That is correct.
That was a total crash and burn there.
Davo's gonna catch you, man.
It's close.
Not happening.
Thank you, Chud and Gattaca.
Bet you never thought you'd say that.
Never in a million years.
Davo has 81, Andy has 90, and Kells is back in the lead with 106.
Ooh.
And we're up to sports.
Sport?
Yeah. Question 1. In skydiving, what does HALO stand for?
Yeah, I'm locked in. Andy, you're a fan of James Bond movies, right?
I am.
And you've seen Tomorrow Never Dies?
I have.
Okay. There's a halo jump in there. They give you the definition in that movie. That's the reason why I know this.
Wow.
All right, I'm locked in with something.
And if Sheryl Crow is listening, great job on the Tomorrow Never Die thing. Never Dies thing. It's amazing.
I got nothing.
Okay, Davo, what's your answer?
High altitude, low opening.
Okay, Andy?
I once again couldn't come up with it, and so I think it's when you pull the cord and the chute doesn't open and you're falling towards a crowd, so you scream, help, and look out.
That's what it should be. That's great.
Yeah, I'm done. That was
Kels?
high altitude, low opening.
Correct answer is hello and look out. No, it's high altitude, low opening. I assume that means that they go up really high and then fall for a really long time before they open.
Yeah, it's in Tomorrow Never Dies, James Bond needs to beat the radars, and like they'll clock him if he like opens his chute too high. So like he's pretty close to the water when he like deploys his chute.
All right, question 2. What does SCUBA stand for?
Oh my goodness!
Locked in.
I'm locked in.
I have I know the last 3. I'm blanking on S and C.
SoCal, baby.
I'm locked in.
Andy?
Self-contained underwater breathing apparatus.
Davo?
Self-contained underwater breathing apparatus.
Kels?
Well, leaving out the S and the C, I got underwater breathing apparatus.
I'll give you half points, Kels. It's self-contained underwater breathing apparatus.
Woo!
Question 3. In relation to high-profile sports figures, what does WAGS stand for?
Locked in.
Locked in.
Kels?
Wives and girlfriends.
Andy?
Wives and girlfriends.
And Davo?
Wives and girlfriends.
Correct answer is wives and girlfriends. Question 4. In fitness circles, what does HIIT stand for? HIIT.
Yeah, Davo.
Locked in.
Fitness circles. What?
Locked in.
Locked in.
No. Really?
It's possible to know a thing and not do it, Andy. You know what scuba is, and I'm pretty sure you don't do that.
Yeah, that's a good point. Never scuba dived. All right. HIIT. HIIT?
Yeah.
I'm stumped with a T. I'll lock in with what I have.
Davo, what's your answer?
If I'm right, it's likely due to my brother-in-law. Shout out to David. High intensity interval training.
Kels?
I said high impact interval training.
You're probably right. Dang it.
Nah,
Yeah.
I think you are. Yours sound
Andy?
right.
I wrote down hell is in training.
Well,
Not wrong.
Yeah.
Well, the correct answer is high intensity interval training.
yay!
So
Thank you,
I'll apply
David.
just arbitrarily. I'll apply a sliding scale with Davo getting 10 points, Kels getting 5, and Andy getting 1 because he did get training.
I did get training.
Yay!
Yay!
Which brings us to the end of round 5, and the scores are Andy with 111, Davo with 121, and Kels with 136. It's a pretty close game.
Hey, nice.
I gotta get back in this game.
That brings us to category 6, which is business, and it happens to be our bonus episode for the our bonus category for the day. So
Nice.
questions are worth
man.
15 points.
We got to shift that paradigm.
Question 1. This company initially made women's bustles before branching out into men's clothing.
Women's bustles?
Yes.
Men's
They're an
clothing.
older company, just so you know.
Okay.
For what. They weren't making bustles in the 80s.
I'm locked in.
Men's clothing.
I was trying to think of a men's clothing that's an acronym.
Me too.
Yeah, or initialism.
Or an initialism. Does MIT make clothes?
They make sentient
Wearable
clothes.
computers.
All right, I'm locked in.
Actually, I hadn't done this in a while. Ray guy.
Oh my god.
I got 3 punts this episode.
Wow.
Kels has nothing. Kels has nothing to lose at this point, except maybe some pride.
Nah, we're good.
Andy, what's your answer?
J. Crew.
Davo?
I was thinking, bustles were undergarments, and I was thinking of men. Then I started thinking of men's undergarments, so I went with BVD.
Oh.
Kels punted, right?
Kel spotted.
I sure did.
Yeah, would it have helped if I'd said instead of men's clothing, if I'd said men's underwear?
No.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, the correct answer is BVD.
Yay!
Nicely done, Davo.
Which stands for?
Bradley, Voorhees, and Day.
Oh.
Maybe related to Jason Voorhees. I don't know.
Yeah.
Wow. Plenty of soiled
Sure.
undergarments in those films.
That's why they have the little flap in the back of them.
Yeah.
Question 2, in business. What does GEICO stand for?
I didn't know that was an acronym or an initialism.
Me either.
It is.
Thought it was good old
It's
Joe Geico.
It's definitely not an initialism because it's pronounceable, so
It's pronounced.
Yeah.
it's an acronym.
Oh, okay.
Locked in.
I'm locked in.
I'm locked in.
Okay. Davo, what is your answer?
Well, I think the last 3 letters are insurance company, but I couldn't get the G and the E. So I was thinking like the Greater Eastern Insurance Company, something like that. So that's what I locked in with.
Kels?
Hey, that's really good. I said getting everyone's insurance check, obviously.
Andy?
I went with the Golly Easy Insurance Company.
Well, I'll give you guys both 4 points for getting the insurance company part.
Okay.
The GE stands for government employees.
Really?
Oh. Huh.
Huh.
Did not know that.
No
So
clue.
the government has a lizard on the payroll?
It's not a government company. It's actually wholly owned by Berkshire Hathaway. All right. Question 3. What type of fastener does Yoshida Kogyo Kabushikageisha make? With the
Locked in.
$6 billion, which is a company with a $6 billion annual revenue.
I'm locked in as well.
Got it locked in.
Kels?
I've always wanted to say this in an official setting. So if Big Boy from Outkast is listening, I just want him to know that you inspired this. It's YKK on your zipper. Always want to say that in an official capacity.
So
But
did
it's
you
a
know the
zipper.
answer to this because of an Outkast song?
Yes, he brought my attention to it because I never looked at my zipper until he said YKK on your zipper. I was like, really? Is this on all the zippers?
How did you know it was on my zipper?
I never look at it.
Andy?
Zipper.
And David?
Zippers.
Correct answer is zippers because we often see YKK on your zipper. Question 4. 3M makes Post-it notes among many other things. What are the 3 M's?
Locked in.
I think I'm not going to take any half credit on this one. It's all or nothing on this one.
Locked in.
I was feeling so good about myself.
You performed admirably in this category, though.
I don't want to jinx you or anything, Davo, but right now in the competition, you're in the lead.
Yeah.
Hush, child.
Yeah. Well, that's going to change after this. I'm locked in.
Andy?
Back at the beginning of the 20th century, it was the Minnesota Mining and Manufacturing Company.
Okay.
Oh.
Davo?
Mercantile Machines and Mozzarella.
And Kels?
I said making my mistakes.
The correct answer is the Minnesota Mining and Manufacturing.
Nice. Good job, Andy.
Played Andy.
So at the end of our regular categories, the scores are Andy with 145, Kels with 151, and Davo with 155.
Woo!
One of the
Wow.
closest games we've ever had, I think.
Yes.
Pressure's on. The heat is on. It's on the streets.
So I think I've mentioned before that when I come up with a category, I try to come up with the final question first because they tend to be a little bit harder to find a list of things. This is one where I didn't do that. I forgot to do that. When I got to the end, and I'm like, holy cow, how am I going to come up with a top 10 list of initialisms? So I'm going to do something a little bit different this time.
Okay.
I'm going to give you 1 minute to write down as many authors as you can who doesn't use a first name but uses 2 or more initials. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So no full names, just initials and a last name. Up to 10, I'll give you 10 points for each one, up to 10 total. And start now.
Wait just 1 second, Bubba. Yes, it's your friendly podcasting fanatic. Here to shout out my trivia brothers from another mother, the Trivia Rogues. When you get a chance, pop on over to the Trivia Rogues and let Billy and the gang educate you on some things, Bubba. Funk on. And do remember to please look both ways before you cross my mind, baby.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pencils down. I'm trusting you guys to put your pencils down.
What if I use a pen?
Oh,
Writing utensils down.
I didn't think of that. Okay, Andy, What do you have?
J.D. Salinger, E.B. White, E.E. Cummings, O. Henry, T.E. Lawrence, R. Crumb, and I'll need a judgment on this, but W.E.B. Du Bois as well. I mean, he's a civil rights activist, but he also wrote a lot, not like fictions and books.
Yeah. That's what you got?
Yep. That's all I came up with.
Okay. Kels.
I said J.M. Barrie, J.K. Rowling, E.E. Cummings, C.S. Lewis, E.F. Hutton, J.J. Evans, and T.E. Lawrence.
E.F. Hutton. Wait, you tried to sneak that one by?
Apparently, he stuck J.J. Evans by on you.
Oh, yeah.
J.J. Abrams.
J.J. Evans.
Evans.
Oh, my God. Evans? Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Who's J.J. Evans? I don't even know.
Good time.
Dynamite.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Oh, J.J. Nice. Nice.
Good times. Good times, everybody. Good times.
I don't know this, but who is E.F. Hutton?
It was an firm.
It was an investment company.
Oh, okay. It was in Bad Boys. That's the only reason I know that name.
There were in the 80s. There were all these commercials, and they had the exact same plot line of somebody would be talking in a crowded room and say the name E.F. Hutton. E.F. Hutton says, and the whole room would get quiet and start eavesdropping. And then this really important voice would come over and say, "When E.F. Hutton talks, people listen."
I want to say that was John Houseman in those commercials.
Oh, it could have been, yeah.
Huh. The more you know.
My broker is E.F. Hutton.
Yeah.
Devo?
Well, I only came up with 4 because I kept thinking of like CCH Pounder, and I just I just kind of borked it there. I know.
She's probably written stuff.
Probably. It was the 2 or more initial thing because I don't know. And then the last 10 seconds I was like, who wrote Winnie the Pooh? And then I don't know. So I only got 4. But J.R.R. Tolkien.
Oh.
I was thinking George Martin when I was supposed to be thinking about
Tolkien. E.B. White, J.M. Barrie, and of course, H.P. Lovecraft.
Oh, of course you would get that one.
Wow, I'm embarrassed. Should have gotten that one.
Yeah, it was A.A. Milne. It was
A.A. Milne.
See? I was stuck, man.
All right. Those are most of them are authors. Andy, O. Henry and R. Crumb I can't accept because they only have one initial.
Oh, it had to be 2 initials.
Yeah, 2 or more.
I said that several times.
Oh, I didn't even catch that. That's fair.
2 or more times.
But W.E.B. Du Bois, I think that's a great one. I've got 5 total. So, Kels, you had a good list. I'm not going to accept E.F. Hutton or J.J. Evans.
No, you shouldn't.
But apart from that, I count between Barrie, Rowling, Cummings, Lewis, and Lawrence 5. So that gives you 50 points. You are now in the lead with 201. And Devo, you had 4 good answers, giving you 40 points total.
Yay.
Which gives you exactly the same score as Andy.
Wait a minute, what are our scores?
195. You both got 195.
We each have 195, so
Kels has 201.
Is it a cage match?
Is there a tiebreaker?
So here's the way I'm going to call that one. Generally, in our regular games, second place doesn't matter. We're just playing for first place. Kels is clearly the winner by 6 entire points. So, based on our tournament rules, second place finishers get 2 points towards their tournament score.
Oh, right.
So I'm going to give Kells his 3 points. I'm going to give Davo and Andy both 2 points, which brings our final official tournament score to Kells with 25 points, Andy with 19, and Davo with 17.
Congratulations, Kels.
Thank you, sir.
Congratulations,
Well done, Kel.
Andy, on second place. Good job.
Nobody remembers second place, Davo.
Well, tell me about
Except
third place. Good
people.
Lord.
Yeah, even fewer people remember third.
Yeah, what's third? Holy moly.
we have to sharpen our game, Davo.
We really do. We have to keep more movies on our couch.
Right.
That was one question.
That's
and I knew the answer anyway.
Why do you think I'm watching Golden Child in my spare time? I'm trying to learn from the master.
I won't get you that far if you go in that route. I'm sorry.
Right.
Blank Man's next.
So look for the presentation ceremony on our social media feeds where the Trivia Master will bestow the cherished members only jacket to Kells, where he will hold it for a year. When next year we will do the Brain Masters tournament, and hopefully one of us, Andy, will get the coveted jacket.
Oh, we will
put the jacket on you.
Because here's the thing, Davo. If it looks like he's going to win again, I'm going to hide behind the bleachers with a steel baton and get him right in the ankles when he walks by.
So from all of us here at the Brain Ladle Trivia Podcast, this is third place Davo with second place Andy.
So long, Ladle Brainers.
First place Kells.
Hi, join us next week when we'll have Albert Einstein. Huh? Oh, apparently Albert Einstein died 64 years ago. We'll try to get him anyway.
And our own Albert Einstein, Neil.
I couldn't find a good acronyms quote today, so I'll just say TGIF. Thank God it's finished.
Signing off.
Greetings and salutations to all you good trivia people out there. I know what you're thinking. Hey, I really enjoyed this show. How can I get a little more? Well, here to help you out. You can look up these good people on Twitter at Ladle Brain, or if Facebook's more your deal, you can look them up at Brain Ladle Productions. Hey, they've even got their own webpage. It's brainladletrivia.com. Now, if you're feeling generous, you can join a Patreon, where if you donate $10 or more, you can even get yourself a fancy show invite. How about that? Until we meet again, this has been 44, and I'm glad you joined us. Hope I'm out. The preceding podcast was presented by Brain Ladle Productions. All rights reserved.